All right, quickly, and before I come to you, Akuna, and let me give you just the match stats. Shots on target, we had 9 for Germany, 4 for Mexico. Shots off target, 12 for Germany and 7 for Mexico. Possession percentage, 61 for Germany, 39 for Mexico. You can imagine that. And they still won the match. For corners, 8 for Germany, 1 for Mexico. For offsides, 1 for Germany and 1 for Mexico. For fouls, 10 Germany, 15 for Mexico. For yellow cards, 2 for Germany, 2 for Mexico. For goal kicks, 9 for Germany, 15 for Mexico. And that you have it. And Akuna, you just saw it, and you never expected it to turn out this way. What's your take?
Actually, I'm not surprised, because so far from the beginning of this World Cup, we've been filled with surprises going into different games. Of 10 of the games, I think we've been surprised with 8 different football matches. So this is no surprise. Mexico, Germany. I did say Mexico will be coming back, to also pinch Germany for beating them 4-1 in the semi-final of the Confederations Cup, and that's exactly what they came out to do. This game was not an exciting game. I sat down and wondered, were this really the German machines playing here? Because it was quite boring to me, but I guess that's football. Anything can happen, and that's what we've seen in 2018 World Cup in Russia, from the game between Spain and Mexico ending in a draw. The game between Spain and Portugal ending in a draw. Sorry,
that was no draw. That was the game of the tournament.
That's the game. And then Russia beating Saudi Arabia 5-0, and Uruguay, struggling to beat Egypt 1-0. So a lot of games we've seen, and quite shocking.
And Nigeria losing to Croatia.
That was no surprise.
That was not shocking.
That was no surprise.
The game, that was no surprise, exactly. But the game.
If you believe the pig, then it's a surprise.
Yeah. The game between Argentina and Iceland too, the way that one played out. So I must say, this is no surprise to me. It's beautiful. I love that this World Cup is bringing something entirely different, and it's giving the pundits a run for their money. So it's exciting.
Yeah, you mentioned the word, the pundits giving them a good run for their money, and a lot of people would have staked anything on this, would know that, yes, boy, this is a thing. And let me ask you, Jude, is this the ghost of Leroy Sané haunting anybody here?
I know this is the time that we talk about Leroy Sané. It will now resurface. It had died down. It had died down, but now they have to talk about Leroy Sané, because I personally, I could be wrong, but personally, I felt Leroy Sané was the man. If he was in this game, I'm very sure he would have piled extra pressure, more pressure than the Germans actually piled on the Mexican team. But you don't have to take anything away from the Mexicans. You don't have to take their shine. This is their day. You have to celebrate with them, because they got their game plan right. And one notable thing that happened was bringing on Rafael Marquez, their captain. Yes, he's on the bench, quote unquote. He's their captain actually, but he doesn't get to start.
Fifth World
Cup. What a remarkable feat! And when they brought him on, they knew he had the experience to hold these guys, the Germans at bay, and they did just that. Incredible from Juan Carlos Osorio, the master plan against this German team.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and let's Akuna, let me come to you now. Mexico are now top of this group with 3 points on the goal. Then they have South Korea, and Sweden in this group. So at least this group again is open there. Anything can still happen. Are we ruling out the Germans getting through this round?
Definitely not. We're not ruling out the Germans. Against Sweden and against South Korea, I don't think it's something very difficult. But with what we saw against Mexico, you might have to be careful. But the Germans will go back to their drawing boards, and the coach Joachim Low will find out what exactly they did wrong in this game. And trust me, I don't think the others in the group will find it very easy, because the Germans might come back to what we know them for, scoring multiple goals against Sweden, and against South Korea. So I'm super excited. And talking about Leroy San, you know, like we can bring the Nigerian factor into it now that his head does work against them. You know, his head don't catch them. You know, that kind of thing now. So I guess that's what we can say. Maybe he's just sitting comfortably and he's like, you see,
sipping tea.
Sipping tea, very nice hot tea. I'm feeling cool. So that's that.
All right, now we take this quick short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Catch the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia live on the radio on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Watch and enjoy live and exciting commentaries and analysis. Join Femi and the gang from the 14th of June to 15th July. All live on radio. Nigeria Info 99.3 in partnership with Kwese Free Sports.
Welcome back to the show, and it's the World Cup affairs here coming up to you from Niger Info and the network service of Radio Nigeria, and in partnership with Kwese Free Sports. Kunle Adiye is here, Jude Otibo is here, and Akona Enyama. And quickly, guys, let's look at the next match. We're looking at Brazil, Switzerland. It's going to kick off anytime soon, and already we have a team lineup of Alisson Becker, Danilo, Thiago Silva, Miranda, Marcelo, Casemiro, Paulinho, William. You have Felipe Coutinho, Neymar, of course, Neymar, and Gabriel Jesus. Let me jump to you. Let me start with you, Jude.
Yep.
Jude, Brazil. No,
well, it's a team. It's a team. Or maybe you should go to the lady first.
Let me go to the lady. Yeah, let's.
And I know it's Brazil. I have a whole lot to talk about Brazil, but
yeah. Let me. Akuna, Brazil. They're the favorite, but and again, we just got a shocker a few moments ago. So, could we be looking forward to another shocker here?
For me, I don't think there'll be a shocker in this game. Really, the game between Brazil and Switzerland. Although it might happen because in 2010, Switzerland were able to beat Spain.
Spain lost the first game.
Yes, they lost the first game in the opener. So Switzerland might shock us this time. But as against Gabriel Jesus, Neymar, who we were afraid, had issues with his fitness, but during the friendlies he scored 2 goals. So we can see that he's in excellent. Is an excellent position to do well for Brazil. So looking at this game, I don't think Brazil would have an issue beating Switzerland at all. Yes, we've seen surprises. Maybe we should target the 2018 Surprise World Cup or something, because exciting and surprising football competitions. But to me, in this game, I don't think it will be surprising. Brazil will beat Switzerland. The goal margin might not be too much, but they will definitely beat them.
We should be here at the end of the match, so I'll look at the first again, just like you said before the match between Mexico and.
Well, remember, I was in like serious support of Mexico, you know, all true. So.
Because you told them they are old wines and new bottles and whatever. Then, Jude, let me come to you. Switzerland, they're coming into the party now for the first time, and they have some little pedigree to talk about. So, how do you fancy the chances against 5 times world champion Brazil?
It's going to be difficult. With Brazil, they have to make a strong statement in this World Cup. If for anything, the bashing they got at the hands of the eventual winners at their own backyard, Germany. Not only Germany, they got bashed in the other third place match as well at the hands of the Netherlands. It was a disastrous tournament that they hosted, and they want to make amends. They want people to forget about what happened back then in Brazil. This is now a World Cup hosted elsewhere, and they want to make a statement, strong one. With Neymar back, we know the moment Neymar got injured at the last World Cup, the World Cup ended from there. But this time around, the Neymar is fit. They were sweating to get him fit for this one, but he's made the lineup. So you expect the Brazilian team, again, on paper, you expect the Brazilian team to take this one. So it will be too much now to say that Brazil will take this one. They're one of the most exciting teams to this World Cup. But then again, and I repeat again, anything can happen in football. Switzerland have quite some experienced players as well in their ranks. Xherdan Shaqiri, who we know is a very good dead ball specialist, free kicks, penalties. They have other fine players as well, Valon Berami and also Fabian Schär. Those guys can actually hurt the Brazilian team. Yeah. But with the unity we've seen in this Brazilian team, I think they will again, I have to say it on radio, they will again be the favorites to win this one on paper. But anything can happen. This is football. 90 minutes is all that counts. 90 minutes is all that counts, and 90 minutes is what you have to look at to and expect and see great games that will coming out from here for these two sides, Brazil and Switzerland, and we're expecting so much action and so much firepower to happen between these two teams, just like we've seen earlier. And Costa Rica losing to Serbia 0-1, and also you're seeing Mexico defeating against all odds, defeating Germany. And then again, are we going to see another new exciting results at the end of today's 90 minutes of match between Brazil and Switzerland? Be on the lookout for that, see what's going to happen. And that's how we give it a wrap today on today's match and the ball-to-ball activity that's happened between. Many thanks to Audio Aikoje, Emmanuel Etim, and Damlolo Onifadi for the ball-to-ball there at the Luzhniki Stadium there in Russia. And then from the studios there, this partnership has been brought to you by Niger Info, the network service of Radio Nigeria, in partnership with Kwese Free Sports. And many thanks to Jude Ochibo. Well, it's great to be here to see an upset. I love upsets in the World Cups, but when the upset concerns the team you support, that is when you don't really like it. But then, upsets are part of the game. They're
part of the game, and they're indeed part of the game. And Akuna Nyema, it's been exciting having you on this show. You really proved the stuff here today. So what's the last take on this match? And to the listeners out there?
Yes, all I can say is that expect the best. It's going to be the bomb. The game between Brazil and Switzerland, I predict 2-0 in favor of Brazil.
Oh, you're coming out. Putting your head on the chop again.
You have come again.
I'm again, and
I'm not sticking out my neck for this one.
Putting your head on the chop.
I'm sticking out my neck right now.
Chopping block again.
For Mexico, kudos to them. They did wonderfully well, and I'm super proud.
All right, from me, it's been great being sharing the microphone and being on the microphone to give you situations here on the studio. My name is Kunle Adiyeye. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.